Trump Game here, coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found at Amazon.com. Let me ask you a question. Are you looking for a job? Are you having problems getting an interview? Have you done everything they told you to do with your resume? Are you sick and tired being sick and tired and not seeing no results? If that's so, I'm going to tell you how you can get an interview damn near guaranteed. Now, I can't guarantee you that you're going to get a job offer, but what I can guarantee you, if you follow these steps, step by step, you're damn near, you will increase your chances of getting an interview over 50%. Because what you have to understand is, there's two ways to approach these big companies, even small companies. You can approach them through the front, or you can take the back route. And there's a lot of lies being told about what it takes to get an interview, but you have to campaign for these jobs. But you can't take the route that most people take. Because what you have to understand is you have to stand out, or just don't bother. And what I'm about to tell you is most people aren't doing this, what I'm about to tell you. Because what stops most people is a name. And they just don't think it's worth it. See, some people just don't want to do what it takes, and they just want to fit in. And most people, they don't want to stand out. They want to go online and apply for these jobs and waste time, or fax the resume, or email the resume, or maybe they might know somebody that work within the company. All those things are cool. But for most people, it's not going to work, because the game is rigged. The interview process basically is a filtering process. That's all it is. The interview. See, a lot of people think the interview is, hey, they want to meet. They want to interview with me because I'm the most qualified, and I got a good education. And I went to an Ivy League school, or I went to a technical school. And hey, my buddy work up in there. All that stuff is cool. It looks good. But it doesn't really mean anything much. It doesn't really mean anything, because these companies, these employers, they're looking out for the company. Or if it's a business owner, he's looking out for himself. So he or she, I should say, they're thinking about, what can you do for me today, not tomorrow? So you have to be able to deliver. And I'm going to tell you how I do it. Now, I've done this 7 times. I haven't done this a lot over the past 15 years. And I only do this if I really want to work at a particular company. Now, I don't recommend you do this a lot. You do this if you really want to get inside, if you really want to work with this company. But here's the deal. You got to get somebody's name inside the HR. The HR rep person, you got to get the person's name. Because in these big companies, it's usually one to two people in the HR department that does the interviews or does the hiring, or maybe they have a recruiter or somebody like that in certain departments. So if they have 6 departments, they usually have one recruiter for each department, which is cool. But you got to get that person's name. And it's very important, because here's the deal. That's going to help you stick out, because see, most people coming in through the door, they don't know the HR rep's name. They don't know anybody's name. They don't know anything about the company. All they know is they saw a job online on a site like Indeed.com, or maybe Google, or maybe in the newspaper, or maybe on whatever website. They read the little ad, if it is an ad, or maybe someone forwarded them an email. All they know is they saw the qualifications, saw what the company was looking for, and they say, "Hey, you know what? That sounds good. I'll try and apply for it and see what happens." That's what most people are doing. Most people they don't know anything about the company. They don't know anybody's name, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's the average person, which puts you at a disadvantage. Especially, and I'm gonna keep it real. If you're a non-white person, you're already at a disadvantage, even if you don't know it. You're already at a disadvantage. And I'm not gonna go into details why that is, but if you're a non-white person, you're already at a disadvantage from day one, before you even graduated. But that's a story and a video for another day. But here's the deal. Now, first thing you want to do, like I said, you have to find out the HR or the recruiter's name within the company, within the department that you want to work in, right? Now, that's the first thing. That's the first thing you need. Number 2. Now, a lot of people will say, well, my resume got to be a certain type of way. My resume got to be structured in a certain type of way. My resume got to be formatted in a certain type of way. That's a bunch of BS. It doesn't matter, because you're not, online, you have, these companies are getting hundreds and thousands of emails from online, and a lot of them will run it through scanners. And there's this thing that a lot of people, they let the scanner scan for certain words in the email, in the resumes, and the resumes that get noticed by the scanner, they kick those resumes to the side, and the rest of the resumes end up in the trash. So that's the idea with that. But even with that, you're still at a disadvantage, because there's hundreds, thousands of resumes on somebody's desk that's going to sit there for who knows how long. So if they're hiring for 5, 10, or maybe one position that you would like, what's the chances of you being selected? So you want to give yourself the unfair advantage, because most people are doing the same thing. See, most people are like sheep, and there's a lot of companies around that they're telling a lot of people online, and even I've seen commercials, I've seen billboards. They're telling people that the reason why they didn't get an interview is because their resumes suck. And that's not always true. So the thing is, what you want to do is you want to mail your resume through FedEx to the person that's in the HR department. It could be a recruiter, or it could be a rep and you want them to sign for your resume. Now, when they get the envelope, they're not going to know if it's a resume or not. All they're going to see that the envelope is addressed with attention to whatever the person's name is. That's what you want to do. And along with your resume, you want to put a picture, a photograph copy of a picture of you, and make sure it's a professional looking picture, a picture that you would take. It could be if you have a real good camera, or it could be could be a camera of a photographer or something like that. So just make sure you have make sure you dress well, you're smiling, you seem happy. Put that picture in there with your resume, and I can guarantee you that you will get a response. Now, you might not get a job offer, but you will get a response, even if it's a phone call. But where most people drop the ball at is they'll send the envelope with the resume without saying attention to who. That's what most people drop the ball at. Most people won't do the research and find out who the recruiter is in the department that they want to work in. Or if they send a letter, they won't put the name on the envelope. See, because you have to put the company address, the company's name and address, and on the top of the company name, put attention to, say, Kim. But if you don't do that, anyone can sign for the envelope. So you don't want to do that. See, you got to be strategic when you campaign for these jobs. And, they don't teach this in college. They don't, I've learned this, a lot of these tactics in small little clubs where I met people and we were just exchanging ideas on how you get in. So you can either get in through the front or the back. So this is a back way. And again, I do this when I really want to work for a company. When I really know that I'm a good match. When I really, and you can use this I use this for contracts. I use this for job opportunities. And FedEx, you're going to end up paying, on average, if you live in a small town, it's probably going to be a little less. Probably be like maybe $15, $20 in a small town. If you're in the bigger towns, you probably end up paying like $20, $25 to $30 or something like that. But some people will say, hey, that's a lot. I don't think it's worth it. Well, you know what? Maybe you're not worth $20. I don't know. But I think I'm worth $20. You know what I'm saying? And plus, just like I said, you have to stand out somehow. Otherwise, you're going to sink and drown in the hundreds and thousands of resumes that's stacked up on somebody's desk. And the chances of you getting a phone call like that is slim to none. So that's how you get an interview. And that's how you put yourself in a better position to get a job offer. So if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel. Check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. Until next time, Sharp Game is out. Peace.